Week 1 is home against Carolina. Right now, Jacksonville is a 3-point favorite. I know it's early, but what do you think about what do you think about starting against Carolina Week 1?
All right. So Carolina, the Panthers are feisty. As much as folks want to say that this is going to be a guaranteed win for Jacksonville, and all the fans are already talking trash on all the socials, and we've
Oh, they
seen
better
all the
not.
fighting. It's been happening. It's been happening a lot.
I like Carolina.
But similar to Jacksonville, I think they're both like young. And
Yeah.
Jacksonville's got a lot younger. They're both improved from their 2024 version.
Nice
and
matchup.
I even made the joke in one of my group chats earlier this morning. Like, hey man, I think folks will lose it if the Jaguars lost against the Panthers. I think it'd be a fire drill because the Jaguars have a 7-game stretch right after that against some really tough teams after the Panthers. So you kind of have to hope that you win that game, because if it's not, it's death row. It truly is. But I think that I think the Panthers need a little more star power to kind of get them over the top week to week. Like I don't think you're going to know what you're really going to get from them. They're going to be a little bit more volatile in 2024. They're a team that can kind of sneak up on you, especially in week 1, without having those weeks of tapes to kind of figure out what changes they've made over this season to season. Actually, a lot like the Indianapolis Colts. They on defense. They have J.C. Horn at cornerback. They got safety, Trevon Mooring and Mike Jackson. That's a solid secondary. I know Pro Football Focus said that they were going to be bad. I don't agree with that. I actually thought that's a pretty solid secondary overall. And they got Derek Brown returning from injury. That's going to make that game closer than folks in Duval may realize, because the Jaguars' interior O-line has question marks.
No, I think Carolina is going to be I think they're going to be competing for that second spot. I mean, Young made big improvements. And you talk about Cohen. Well, Canales was right there before him, and he is developing Young, and he's doing what he was brought to Carolina to do. And I love Ted McMillan. He was my first-round draft pick in my Dynasty League. So I love the kid. I think he's going to be a great fit there. And I think Carolina is going to be a 500 type team with an opportunity to make the playoffs if all goes well. I really do. I think it'd be a good team this year. So I know Jacksonville fans, if they lose, they're going to be upset, but Carolina is not going to be a bad team. So
I said it. I'm like, hey man, Carolina Panthers could be an 8 or 9 win NFC South champion, and no folks wouldn't. I mean, you won't know that at the time that the game's
too early.
Right. So it's just like, hey, they're a rebuilding team. They played Cohen tight in the first game, at least in against Tampa Bay in 2024. The Tampa Bay won in overtime, 26-23. Like, folks don't remember that. Like, all right, cool. This is the same Liam Cohen with a better roster than the Jacksonville Jaguars have, at least at this current point in time, in my opinion. It was like week 13. All right. I think that could be a hungry little interesting game for the Jaguars to open the season. I do think the Panthers need more at linebacker. They need more of that second safety spot, the one that we didn't mention. And up front on offensive line, and just a few more splash players. So I do have the Jags beating the Panthers in a close one early on that kind of gets comfortable later in the fourth quarter, maybe 27-20 or 27-17, something like that.
Giving score predictions in July. All right.
That's me. Sight unseen. I got to do it.
Okay. So we'll wrap up, since you're hot on the predictions, with Jacksonville's regular season win total. So they're sitting here right now at 7.5. You can look at it. These two right here, they're over 7.5 minus 125. Or if you want to take the chance on over 8.5 plus 140.
Take the over. Take the over.
But which one? 7.5 or 8.5?
I'm taking. If I'm putting my money on it right now, I'm taking over 9.5.
Over 9.5.
I can lie to you all day.
Who's going to win the division?
I could lie to you all day, but if I'm being honest with you, I think this is a weak AFC South. I think the Houston Texans are overrated.
It is a weak AFC South.
I think their offensive line is bad, and I think CJ Stroud's going to have a second year struggling.
Their
I think
offensive line
don't
is
realize
awful.
it yet. So overall, when you look at if the Jaguars beat the Panthers, win one or two of those first, that rough slate of games by the bye week, and they end the season with a super soft schedule, I don't see how they don't win 9. So at that point, we're talking about the difference of one game, personally, from my perspective. I do have them at 10 wins, competing for the AFC South
I'm
Championship,
going to hold you to
primarily due
this.
to a weak division.
All
Yeah.
right, so let's see. Let's take a look at the schedule. So, all right, so here's that tough part you're talking about. So at Cincinnati.
Yep.
And then you got a big division matchup at home right off the bat. At San Francisco, home Kansas City, Seattle. Well, if you're a team that you think is going to win the division or has a shot, then you got to win that game.
You got it.
And the Rams
and
is
London,
another
and
tough
in
one.
London. And
that one is in
Rams.
London.
Yeah.
How many London games?
Just the one. Just the one this
just
year.
one. I thought doesn't Jacksonville like going like over to Europe every?
They normally do, but they probably gave them a break after with the new coaching staff and everything else.
Okay, that makes sense. And then there's
and
the
then
bye.
then you have the bye, and after that bye,
the schedule must be easier, right?
That's what I mean. So if you can get 3 wins of those before the bye week, I think you're actually in the solid spot. Just period there.
All right, Raiders road at Houston. Okay. Well, that one is going to be a tough one.
It's a tough one. Yeah.
That one on the road, you don't know. No, too early to tell. Well, you got to sweep Tennessee if you're going to win the division.
There it is.
You got to win 3 out of 4 at least against Tennessee and Indianapolis if you're going to win the division, at least.
Yeah. So you're going to get Indianapolis
Jets,
twice.
That's a winning game at home.
You got
That's a tough one.
That's a tough one. Broncos, another Colts,
and
so you got the Colts twice, you got the Titans twice, both times after the bye.
So look at that. Tennessee, Indianapolis, and if the Jets don't have a good year again, then you've got Indianapolis and Tennessee again. So
you see what I mean?
Yeah.
that's not the crazy schedule
1,
that you
2,
like. Going
3,
into the
4,
playoffs,
5.
That's what you want.
They could end the season 5-1.